Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Kingdom Youth Network. I do hope you're having a great day. Today, our topic is skin deep. You're probably thinking, I've heard that expression somewhere. You're quite right. There's a saying that goes, beauty is skin deep. And this topic really is about beauty, but it's about beauty that goes past your skin, because there's beauty that can happen on the outside, but there's beauty that can also happen on the inside. And what I'm saying to you today is real beauty comes from within. It's not something that you are on the outside. It's not the clothes you wear. It's not the color of your skin. It's not the texture of your skin, whether you have dry or oily skin. It's not whether you wear designer clothing or not. It's not whether you have your hair styled in a particular way, whether you've had a haircut, because we know during COVID-19 there were a lot of guys out there looking pretty scruffy with their hair. But it doesn't mean they're not beautiful, because beauty comes from within. And there's a saying that says beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So sometimes you have to really know a person or be connected with a person to actually see the beauty that comes from within. So how can you be beautiful from the inside? Because you're thinking you probably can't see a person on the inside, and that's true. You can't see who a person is on the inside, but you can look into their eyes and you can see that person. If you're not that perceptive, you can look at what a person does and you can have an idea of who that person is. But that must be consistent action. And it's also important to note that some people can act. So they might be doing the right things, but they have the wrong motive. So you really do need to give it time, give yourself time, because it's not necessarily about just looking at other people, but about looking at yourself and thinking to yourself, how can I become more beautiful? Because I like to be beautiful. So like, this is actually a question that I asked myself one day, like, I would like to become more beautiful. How can I do this? You can do that in various ways. You can do that by choosing to love instead of choosing to hate, even when there are circumstances that occur that will cause you to just hate naturally. It's deserving. The circumstances deserve hate. Whatever the person may have done to you, whatever the circumstances are, the result is that you should hate. But then when you choose to love instead, you're making yourself more beautiful. And if you fall into that practice over time, you will look back and you'll actually like the person that you are. If you choose to forgive instead of holding people up in malice, like having malice with this person, that person, that person, before you know it, it'll just make your face look really not very nice. Okay, so it's important that you just let things go, let people go. When you forgive people, it doesn't mean that you place them back in the same position in your heart. It doesn't mean that you expose your heart to them in the same way or expose yourself to them in the same way. It doesn't even mean that you have to spend any time with them. Like, you could forgive a person and say, you know what, catch you later, let's not hang out anymore. You don't even have to tell them. That can just be a decision that you make because you have to protect yourself. But as long as you choose to forgive, you're creating beauty within you. If you choose to give instead of develop a stingy personality, someone who just hoards things and never wants to share anything. If you choose to give of your resources, your money, your time. You don't give everything that you have, because then you'll have nothing left for you. That is not wise, and that could also lead to inner ugliness, because then you find yourself having these bitter feelings. But when you have extra, it's okay to give. So if you choose to give instead of hoarding, you will find that over time you've become a more beautiful person. So choosing to love, choosing to forgive, choosing to give, choosing to be kind, to speak kind words, to think kind words. Because it's one thing to speak kind words, but it's quite another thing to think kind words. So if you like, what I've been noticing of late is, previously I had the habit, but I'd like maybe think a critical thought about what a person is wearing. Maybe it's not something that I particularly like. I'm like, who picked that out for them? But now when I catch myself doing that, I'm like, no. I correct myself, like, no, don't do that. So you should also not just say kind things and do kind things, but also think kind thoughts, because it's all interconnected, and you want yourself to be synchronized. You want the words that you speak and the thoughts that you think to be very synchronized. But it takes practice, okay? So cultivate beauty, not just on the outside, but cultivate beauty on the inside. Over time, as you practice more and more, you'll find that you become a very, very beautiful person, okay? So please feel free to share this video with whoever you think needs to hear it. From my heart to yours, until next time, take it easy. Bye.